Hey guys, today I've got a matching Whirlpool washer and electric dryer. And right now I'm going to go ahead and get this started. We've got it filled up with clothes, pretty heavy jeans and towel loads. So I set this load size, which actually controls your water level, to extra large. We're doing cool here, just going with a normal cycle with one rinse. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. It's going to sense and get started up here as it fills up with water. Once it gets all the way filled up, it'll go ahead and switch over to agitating, which will move us into the wash cycle, and I'm gonna let you see that. Then it'll drain the water out as it moves into the rinse cycle, and you'll get to hear that drain and see that that's working. And then we'll be on to the final spin cycle, which I'll show you is nice and fast, smooth, and sounds great. All things you check as if you were standing here yourself checking it out. So I've already been through several loads on this and checked all of these. I test everything very thoroughly, and then the last time I run it, I go ahead and do this video. That way everyone knows that everything's working perfect on it. And we'll let it go ahead and fill up there. Also, typically the lid's gonna lock out here and you wouldn't be able to lift this up. However, I just bought an extra one of these lid locking mechanisms, so I can stick it in here and it thinks the lid's down, and that way we can kind of watch what's going on. But otherwise, this does have the lid locking safety feature where you wouldn't be able to open it up. Excellent safety feature. So let's go ahead and let it fill up with water and we'll come back. All right, it just finished filling up. It kicked the lid lock switch on. So like I said, now you typically wouldn't be able to open this up, but we can since we have that little bypass there. And here in just a sec, it's gonna start agitating and getting to work on cleaning those clothes. And it has several different speeds that it'll use as it gets started, but essentially it vortexes those clothes along those fins, down along the bottom fins to the outside, and then kind of starts all over again. And you'll see that that's only spinning one direction. That's how you know it's working correctly. There you go. So we'll let it finish up the wash portion and catch back up with it when it moves into the rinse cycle. Show you how it switches speeds here. Kind of cool, but it has like 3 or 4 speeds that it'll run through. It's nice and quiet. Okay, now it's switching over to the rinse cycle. You can hear it draining water out nice and fast there. So now you know the drain works properly. All right, we moved over to the rinse cycle now, and it is spinning out all that soapy water. Spinning nice and fast. It'll fill up with fresh rinse water now, agitate for a bit, and drain out, and then we'll be on to the final spin cycle, which I'll come back. It's just a little bit faster than this spin cycle here. All right, back on the final spin. Top speed. You can see and hear, sounds great. Nice smooth operation. And I can lift this up and show you. It's spinning nice and fast. Which is great for the max extraction of water out of those clothes. Cuts our drying time in half. More traditional machines. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that finish up. Then I'll move the clothes over to the dryer and show you the dryer's working perfectly. All right, now we've got those clothes moved out of the washer. You can see that's nice and cleaned out there. Now we've moved them over to the matching electric dryer. See them sitting side by side here. And we've got it set on high heat. Cycle signal you can turn on and off, which is great if you have kids or pets. You can adjust this all the way down to extra low for your really delicate items. You've got an air fluff with no heat, automatic dry, and time dry. So tons of different heating options there. And I'm gonna show you that it is, in fact, heating like it's supposed to. So right now, if I had to shoot this on top of the dryer, it's about 80 degrees on top of the dryer, right in between those 2 red dots. That's where it takes its surface temperature measurement. So if I shine that on the ground, it's about 72 degrees, so a little colder on the concrete floor. We'll go ahead and open this. See if everything's tumbling in there. I'll shoot this right inside the heating element tube. So you can see tons of heat coming out of that tube there. That in turn is going to heat the inside of the dryer anywhere from about 95 to 195, Just kind of depends on what you have your heat setting at. But we'll let that go ahead and finish up. Huge capacity, nice and clean on the inside. Just push start. And you can see and hear it sounds great. It's a nice smooth operation. So I'll go ahead and get these listed up for sale. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Thanks, you guys have a great day.